Hello to you. To you, hello. My name is Felipe. And I almost sat on my ass. And I did not do the workout. And this is not acceptable. I must do the workout. I must do the workout. Achtung, schnell! So I shall get down on the floor. And I shall do the workout. Because there is no choice. Your body must work every day for you. And I have someone who wants to talk to you. And she has 4 legs and fur. So she shall talk to you first. And then we will do the workout. Jawohl. See, did you get enough? Huh? You pumpkin head? Did you get enough? She just ate, so she probably gonna. I'm not gonna be petting her a whole lot. I don't want her to get sick. She has a tendency, after she eats a whole lot, she does a lot of stuff after she eats, she'll throw it up. I'm feeding her half a can of the little can of Fancy Feast. So we don't want our little bucket head to get all bleh. But I don't mind if she gets sick. I think part of it is if she gets sick, she doesn't throw up hairballs that much, because she's been taking that IAM's hairball formula, and that dry stuff, man, it messed her up. As soon as I took her off of that, her hair started getting better, and the scabs on her ears started going away. And it's a funny thing, if you have a cat and you start seeing scabs on their ears, little black tiny scabs, almost look like bugs, but they're not. They're actually, the blood vessels in the ears are bringing impurities out to the skin, and it creates a little scab. Well, you see that, part of the reason you may be seeing that is an allergy to foods. And for some reason, she had been eating the IAM's hairball formula cat food for a long time, but she got a real allergy to it. So I don't know if they went to a cheaper ingredient or something. And it took me a couple of things to find that allergy. She was on Fancy Feast, and then the price went up on Fancy Feast. And then I went to Friskies, which was a bigger can for less money, and she seemed to like that. But then we started getting this scabs on her ears and got a spot on her fur that was just being a real prick about healing. I said, oh no, what's going on here? And then I researched it on the internet, and it said that allergies could cause this to happen. So I took her off of the Friskies, and it got a little bit better, but not much. I put her back on the Fancy Feast, on some foods that I knew she liked, that she would eat, and it got a little bit better. But the key was when I changed her off of the IAM's dry food, the hairball food, and then I put her on this stuff right here. I'm going to show you this. I'll take the time. No worries. This is called Blue. It's perfect skin and coat, and I'm still not real excited about this. She didn't really like this too much, but she's eating it. But it's got, I guess, vitamins and minerals in it to preserve the coat, and that's what she needed. She needed her skin and coat to get better, and it's starting to heal. It's starting. Her ears are looking better, a lot better. And but the stuff I had to take her off of was this. And this ain't cheap. This is some good stuff, but something in this really did not agree with her skin. And so if you have a cat that's having a problem, and I don't know, maybe they got a hold of some bad chemicals, because all this, I'm getting real jaded about this dry cat food anyway. I'm thinking I might go to just wet cat food or I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm getting real. These companies are doing shit that we don't know about, and I love my cat, you know. And I know you love your cats and you love your dogs too, and I'm getting a little bit pissed off because I had some other cats that had some issues, and I had some other dogs that had some issues with some foods before. And this ain't the first time I've had this kind of problem, so. But anyway, the blue stuff seems to be working better. Didn't it? What? What do you want? Now she will eat the hell out of this I am stuff. She loves the taste of it. I know, I love you. She loves the taste of this stuff, but unfortunately, if it's causing her to get allergies in her skin, she can't eat it. Yeah. What you doing, Poopy? What you doing, huh? So, I don't know. Anyway, I'm here to do the workout, gosh darn it. It's almost 9:30. I started about 10 minutes ago, which is 9:20, and I still ain't got to the workout. So, let me get the daggone workout out the way. Here she comes again. Yes, what? What do you want? I love you too. You do, little monster. Yes, I do. You're silly. Look at it, stick. All right, let's get this workout done. Come on now, Phil. Let's go. We gotta go. We gotta go. I was gonna start this saying, and I was gonna say, I don't really like being angry, but anger is a constructive emotion if you use it to motivate yourself to do productive things. If you get angry at yourself because you didn't clean something up, and you get up off your ass and you clean it up. If you get angry at yourself because you're at a job you don't like, but you finally say, you know what, I'm going to make a change. I've got to make a change. And you make that change. Don't stay at the job and be angry. Start looking. Just start looking and start asking. And the thing is, if you reach out and you're on a job that you hate. Now, I'm lucky because the job I just got on is a job I've got experience with, and I'm working with wonderful people. But not everybody is lucky like that. You might be on a job that's just tearing your soul out every day. And maybe you're good at what you do. And maybe you being good at what you do could be transferred to something else. But you got to take that step. All you got to do is put your name out there. You know? Ask somebody. Say, hey man, are y'all hiring? You know? Get in contact with somebody. Hey, you know, I'd like to come work for your company. Put that seed in their head, and keep calling back every once in a while. Don't harass them. You know, take for what they said. You know, say, hey, okay, all right, cool. I'm glad you. Thank you for listening to me. I do mean what I say. I'd like to work for you folks. And maybe they'll call you back in a couple of weeks. You know, and maybe things will work out. But you gotta get angry at your own inaction, not at other people on the job. Just get angry at your own inaction and be determined. I work with a bunch of Filipino guys who live by this mantra. I know this one guy named Marvin who's getting a job at Northrop Grumman. He's got a relative who works there. But to get to that, he had to work at the job he's at now, which he didn't really care too much for. Then he got another, all during the time he was at this job, he was working other jobs. He was working as an Uber driver. This guy was working all kinds of jobs. He was working at Wawa just recently. But the point was, he was getting out there and doing something. You know, so anger is a good thing to motivate you to improve yourself. And I got angry tonight. I'm angry right now because I haven't started this daggone workout. Man, that voice in my head was really pounding me about a half hour ago. Oh, just let it go. Don't worry about it. I'm like, I'm not going to let this shit go. I believe in this shit, not because I'm showing you this on this video. I believe in this shit because I got no choice. The name of the workout is no damn choice. You have no damn choice but to be in shape. And only you can do that. You can't buy that. There's no miracle. There's no lottery that can happen where you're going to get suddenly every day you're going to wake up and there's no machine. They got this machine that they got now, special Marine Corps machine that works your abs and you get rock solid abs. Yeah, right. Don't be stupid. The only thing that gets you in shape is you working your body. It's got to be you and your body working together. That's what this workout's about. You and your body working together. I'm going to work with my body. We're going to have a discussion here in the next 20 minutes. We're going to have a discussion. My body's going to tell me what it wants and I'm going to listen. But to get to that discussion, I got to start the exercise. So let me start the exercise. As you can tell, every time I get ready to start, Knucklehead comes back in here. What are you doing? I'm going to squeeze. I got to go. I got to do that once. Sorry, I got to do that once. I got to squeeze it once. I got to get one squeeze. Oh! I got to get two squeezes. Knucklehead. Alright, well, we got to get to this exercise, okay? Alright, poops. Alright, poopy. Poopy! Alright. Remember, the hardest part about any exercise program, oh God, oh, is what? What is it? What is the hardest part of any exercise program? Getting started. Once you start, if you do it long enough, I've been doing this for a lot of years, my body knows the sequence of the exercises so well that even when I do the double knee lifts, I forget that I did them. My brain is already, my body's already working together saying, okay, next exercise, next exercise. I don't even remember I did. That's why you see me do this. So let's get started. Let's just stop talking. Individual knee lifts, 20. Double knee lifts, 20. Straight leg lifts, 20 individuals. straight leg lifts, 20. Giant crunch, 20. Sit-ups, 20. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you, God. Gotta keep going. Gotta keep moving. Come on. It's not time to stop. 20 push-ups. Alright. We're up. And that means we're doing better than a lot of people our age. There are a lot of people our age that can't get up off the floor. It's not their fault. They busted their ass for 30 years raising a family. Had enough time to go to work, fight their way to and from the job, come home for a few hours, cook a meal, kiss the wife, kiss the husband, put the kids to bed, and die. And do it all over the next day. 30 years later, they can barely get out the car, they can't get upstairs, and one day they hook their foot on a cord or on the side of some furniture and they're on the floor and they can't get up. It's not a funny commercial, it's not a joke. Please think of the last time you was on the floor. Please, if it's been 10 years, get on that floor and roll around. Roll over on your face, bring your hands up, push yourself up, bring your knees up like this. Push yourself off that couch and get yourself up off the floor by yourself. Don't get so out of shape you can't get up off the floor. Don't do it, because it'll happen. Alright, enough talking, Phil. Come on. Get this knocked out. My physical trainer's telling me to get this knocked out. Here we go. Stomach tension is 20. Alright. Hip thrust low and slow. Work the lower back. 20. Bring on that ohm, baby. Let's do this. Come on. Bring on that ohm. Next is squats. 20 squats. Watch out for your knees. Alright. 5.5 pound weights. The counts are all 20. Wrist curls 20. Inside curls, otherwise known as armpit curls, 20. Standard curls, 20. Double straight ups, 20. individual standard curls, 20. Individual straight ups, 20. Alright. Flying curls, 20. That's the end of the No Damn Choice workout. I need 2 more workouts. And this time I am going to do only 10 standard curls and 10 double straight ups with 20-pound weights in each hand. This whole exercise program is not about hurting. It's about not hurting. So if you're doing an exercise repeatedly that stresses and strains you and makes you hurt, you may need to change your repetitions, you may need to change your weights, you may need to change something so that you don't hurt. It's natural to hurt when you start. It's not natural to hurt all the time when you do the weights. So anyway, let's get through this. To you, God. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Lord, for giving me the strength and the breath to do this. And for kicking me in my ass an hour ago. Tapping me on the shoulder and saying, Phil, you know what you're doing. It's past 9. You know what you're doing. You're falling into that hole again. I don't want you to fall in that hole. Get off your ass. Get up and do the damn workout. I heard him clear as day. I heard him clear as day. You know? It's one thing when you let God in your life as a positive influence. When He tells you something, you got to listen. And if you're doing something that's injuring your life or that's hurting your loved ones, and God is telling you, you say, look, you know this is wrong. You know whatever you're doing is hurting you, it's hurting them. You know it's wrong. I love you. I didn't put you on this world to suffer. I put you on this world to enjoy life and to spread my joy to other people. That's why you're here. You don't have to do that, whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing is hurting you and it's hurting them, you don't got to do it. Part of that is just being healthy. Like I always say when I started these exercises, when I start them, I can feel like crap. I can have hands that hurt, a back that hurts, a knee that hurts, a leg that hurts. But as I do the exercises and I go through this, the way I have these exercise structured, thanks to the way that the Lord showed me how to do this, starting on the floor, Getting up, doing the standing exercises, doing the flexes in the stomach to tighten up all these muscles here, doing the exercises to work the lower back. Boy, that lower hip thrust like this, if you open your legs just a little bit, and then go down and put your back out, and then rotate your back up into the thrust. And man, I'll tell you, it works some muscles back there. The first time I did it, I thought I hurt myself, because there's muscles back there I hadn't worked in 20 years. So, same thing with the squats. Squats are, I always tell you, they're dangerous, and they are, because you're lifting the entire weight of your upper body on your knees, up and down. So you got to be careful. That's why I don't ever recommend people, especially people who are just starting working out, or people who are old, they have damaged knees, to don't start doing weights and deep knee bends. Don't that's just asking for a problem. Anyway, sorry I'm talking too much. Thank you for watching the video. Look, find a workout that works for you and do it every day. Okay? Please. Whatever it is. If it's just turning off the computer, getting out of your house, putting on your tennis shoes and walking down the street and pissing somebody off because you're just walking down the street. Say, yeah, I'm walking down the street. Hey, how you doing? How's it going? I don't know you. I don't know you either. Hi, how you doing? Are you retarded? Yes, I am definitely retarded. I'm so retarded you wouldn't believe it. I'm the most retarded person I know. I know it's a bad word. I wear it proudly. Okay? Be proud of who you are and what you are. You don't got to change yourself to fit this world. You don't got to cut yourself up. You ain't got to stick ink all over your body. You ain't got to do anything. Just be who you are. And if you did those things already, then that's fine too. Be proud of who you are. You know? As long as you're trying to follow a positive path. Try to follow a positive path, I'm just telling you. Man, when you get through this life, if you've been doing good things, when you get to the end of it, it's so much easier. You know, it's just so much easier. Anyway. You're not listening to me. I'm not listening to me. Please find a workout that works for you every day. Do it every day. Please don't drink Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi. The aspartame in them is poison. Splenda Sucralose is also a poison. Both of these sweeteners are highly addictive chemicals, very dangerous. They will attack your brain. Both aspartame and Splenda Sucralose will make any depression you're suffering much, much dangerous. Much, much more dangerous and much worse. If you're drinking Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi or Diet Mountain Dew or Diet Dr. Pepper and you're suffering from depression, drinking those chemicals could make you actually get to the point where you end your life. And it is a cause and effect thing. You've got to protect your brain. When you're in stress, you got to call out all the stops to nourish your brain. You got to eat natural food. You may have to take B vitamins. You may have to, there's a lot of things you can do to help yourself. And I hung on by a thread for a lot of years. Part of that hanging on by a thread was, one of the things I had to do was I had to get away from alcohol. And I noticed that when I was drinking beer, if I was drinking a lot of beer the next day, and what it's funny because it wasn't when I was drinking the beer when I had the problem, it was the next day. Starting from about 8 in the morning to about 11 o'clock. I had this solid, massive depression out of nowhere. And it wasn't a hangover. I mean, I know what a hangover is. I know what feeling like shit is. It was an actual depression. And I was so shocked at how consistent it was. I was like, you know what? This shit's trying to kill me. This alcohol's trying to kill me. So I took a break off of it for a long time. And it helped. And one other thing that helped was I met my wife. She was one of the best events that ever happened in my life. I hope that each of you gets to find your significant loved one, whoever that is, whoever it is, and that you get to love them and show them you love them. And if bad things come to pass, that you're able to help them through whatever happens, and be grateful to God that you had them in your life to begin with. Anyway, this video went long. I don't know where the knucklehead's at. I think she's probably in the window. So, anyway. This has been about a 40-minute video. So it's going to split in half, so I'm going to have to make it into something. I'm going to have to make it into something. So it's Tuesday, July 18th. It's now 9:54 p.m. Tuesday, July 18th. Yeah, I said that right? Right? Tuesday, July 18th, 2023. It's 10:54 p.m. and the bill is paid. And I was sitting in that chair over there, and I was getting there. I was about to fall off that cliff. I was about to fall off that cliff where that point of no return, because I've been waiting till 10:30 at night to do my exercise. I've been pretty consistent at that. But then I started to wait until 11:30 to do my exercise. Then I started to wait until 11:45 to start my exercise. And I told you about the rule. The rule is, if I start at 11:59, it counts for the day before. Which that means that the next day I finished the workout about 12:20 the next day. But because I started at 11:59, it counts for the day before. But that's a cheat. I mean, I openly recognize it's within the 24-hour cycle. Wherever you start your 24-hour cycle, like it, I'm thinking about starting my 24-hour cycle around 5 o'clock. So that I wake up at 4:30, do my exercise, and then my exercise is counted. I don't know how I'd count it for the day before or after, whatever. But anyway, you get the message. Whatever day in the 24 hours, whatever time in the 24 hours that you pick as your cutoff time, depending on how you work, depending on how you play, depending on how your life is. It could be any time of the day or night. It could be 12 at noon. It could be 3 o'clock in the afternoon if you work night shift. It could be, anytime you want. But whatever in that 24-hour time span that you do, you got to do. I do the exercise program. I try to do it every 24 hours. Because your body's with you 24 hours a day. And believe me, it's going to sound strange when I say this, but your body is an entirely different living organism from you. You're actually two different entities working together to live in this world. Your body has been formed of this reality. You have been plucked out of an entirely different place and born of your mother, in the uterus of your mother. Your spirit was molded into this body. And so that you wouldn't go completely batshit insane, you spent 10, 12, 14, 16 years getting used to this reality. Because if you were put into came from that reality and was put directly into a 21-year-old body, you'd be batshit crazy. You wouldn't know what to think. You wouldn't have any idea. So that's why the learning pattern for us is so long. It takes 16 to 18 to 20 years just to get on cam and realize what it takes to live in this world. But anyway, I'm running my mouth. God darn it. It went long, but it went good. I got the exercise done. It's 10 o'clock now. Almost. 9:58. Thanks for watching the video. I hope God blesses you. I know God's going to bless you. God bless you because you were able to watch this video. Okay? God bless me because I was able to bring it to you. So we are blessed together. Okay? And we should always remember, and we should always appreciate God. And to my Muslim brothers, we should always thank Allah, because all blessings come only through Allah. Okay? The hug of a wonderful woman who is your wife comes through Allah. The hug of your loving children and your blessed family comes through Allah. And let nothing come between you and that which Allah gives you. Okay? Thank you very much, folks. God bless you. Please take care of each other. Spend a little time spreading a little joy. I did that at a McDonald's today. Strangely enough, I talked to this lady who I saw she had a big bandage on her knee. And I asked her, I said, well, first off, she kept looking at me kind of funny because I kept looking at her. I sort of half thought I recognized her, but I don't remember from where. But anyway, her husband was very loving. They were both about in their 70s. and she had just had a knee replacement operation, and she'd only had it like 2 weeks before. And she was getting out of the car, and she had this big gauze bandage, not wrapped around her knee, but just across where the incision was. And I didn't know all this until we got into McDonald's, and they were nice as they could be. I heard them talking to the people at McDonald's. This one McDonald's I go to over by Ferry Farms is one of the premier run McDonald's in the country. The crew over there is some of the nicest people you ever meet. You walk into that place, you're always served. When you get your food, it's always well made, about as good as McDonald's food can be. It's just a really one of these places where you walk into and you always feel welcome. Anyway, this man and his wife came in with their little goddaughter, and she had this bandage on her knee. She's walking with a walker. She went over to the table, and the guy actually served them their food at the table, and he talked to them, and she was getting up to get some straws, and I said, wait a minute, oh, you need some straws? Because I knew where the straws was. There was about 20 feet away, around a bunch of tables she had to walk around. I said, no, I got you straws. I went up, got her some straws. I got her a pack of napkins, took her back to the table. They said, thank you. And I went up and got when I got my meal done, I went up and refilled my tea, my unsweet tea. I told the gentleman behind the counter, I said, hey, you know, you guys this is one of the best run McDonald's here, you know. The service and the food was excellent. And it was. I wasn't blowing smoke. And he said, well, thank you for that. I said, well, I'm only telling the truth. I mean, I didn't tell them this, but if they had sucked ass, I wouldn't have said anything. But that McDonald's consistently is one of the best run in the area. But anyway, so I went back, sat down with my tea, and got myself all wrapped up. I went to talk to the lady. I just want to say, y'all have a nice day. But I wound up getting about 15 minutes to talk with her, and they got talking, and turns out that she had the surgery about 2 weeks ago. She had the surgery at 2 o'clock, and they let her out of the hospital the same day, like about 6:30, 7 o'clock. I don't know how they did a knee surgery on her that fast. I don't know what the appliances were they used. I didn't want to get into it because I could tell, boy, she was hurting. But she was getting with it. She was walking, and that's the thing. She was walking, and I was proud of her. And her husband was proud of her too. And nicest lady you ever talked to. Husband, nicest guy you ever talked to. Granddaughter was very well behaved. Turns out that the husband worked for C&P, Telephone, and AT&T, I think he said down. He worked in Springfield, and he worked in Fredericksburg for decades. She worked for the same company for decades. They met there, and they married. Obviously had some wonderful children who birthed them a beautiful little well-behaved granddaughter, and just the nicest family you ever want to meet. But it was nice to talk to them and spread a little joy and help somebody out. You know, I couldn't see her getting up for those straws, and her husband couldn't get up because he was sitting on the other side of her, and listen, this is something you need to know about old people. And we are old people. And I sort of intimated that to her too I made a statement about, well, this is the joy of days. This is the joy of days, you know, just saying we're getting older, you know. But old people don't necessarily want you to dote on them, and they don't want you to feel like they're helpless. And she didn't want nobody to feel like she was helpless, and I got that. But I wasn't about to let her walk over that 25 feet to get them straws. Now, if the guys behind the counter had seen it, they'd have gone and got the straws. I know they would. And the husband, if he knew she wouldn't get mad, he'd have gone and got the straws. And the goddaughter, if they had asked her, she'd have gladly went and got the straws. But you don't want, listen, if I have a goddaughter, if I have a godson, I don't want them running out of my sight. I want them right in front of me. I don't want them running behind the wall to where I can't see them to get the straws. I want them right there where I can see them. So she was going to get up and get the straws. I said, screw that. I went and got the straws, got the napkins. It's what you do. This is what you do. This is how you help someone. You hold the door for them. Oh, and I said, you know, we talked for 15 minutes, and it was a wonderful discussion, and it was nice. And the little goddaughter said, "Nice to talk to you too." I said, "Yes, thank you." And I said my goodbyes to her and her husband. And I walked out the door, and as I was walking out the door, there's a guy with like 2 drinks, 2 bags of food, trying to open the door to get out the door. I said, "Well, wait a minute, Hoss." So I got halfway to the door open, because he got the door halfway open. I got it open most of the way for him, and then I opened another door for him. These are the simple things you do. You think, you see a need, you fill a need. And it's not about me getting no credit for it. It's about just, this is how we help each other. This is how we help each other. This is what makes a neighborhood a neighborhood. And I don't give a crap what race, creed, or color the person is. You know, if that's a black family with a bunch of beautiful little black kids coming in, and they're busy, and I'm holding the door for them. You know, if it's Orientals, I'm holding the door for them. If it's whites, I'm holding the door for them. It don't matter. The point is, we help each other. That's the point. And we don't do it for credit. We don't do it. We just do it because this is the way that we spread the love of the Lord around. You know, that's the way you do it. That's why you pay back God. You say, "Okay, God, you put me here. You put my breath in my lungs. I've got to help somebody." It doesn't mean being stupid either. It doesn't mean, you know, getting in the middle of a fight between 2 people that are fighting and getting yourself killed and not going back to your wife and kids at the end of the day because 2 idiots got into a fight and one of them pulled out a knife and you jumped in the middle of it and you got stabbed to death. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about doing simple kindnesses. Okay, do simple kindnesses. Smile at somebody. Say hi. Say how you doing. And a lot of times when people are walking at me in parking lots, they look at me and they make a judgment. And they say, "Oh, he's just an old white guy." And then when I say, "How you doing?" they're shocked. I love it. Because I always get the same response. About 99% of the time I get the same, "I'm doing okay, man. How you doing?" "I'm doing okay. Have a good day. You too." And we just zoop right past each other. But, you know, that's the footsteps. That's the footsteps. That's where that old thing comes in where it says, I saw footsteps in the sand. And God said that He was walking with me on the beach of life. And I said, "God, why am I only seeing one set of footprints?" He said, "Because that is when I was carrying you." So, just be appreciative of what you got. And be nice. Even when life brings evil your way, or bad things happen. I mean, I just had a car accident, and it seems to have all worked out. I mean, my car's not too badly damaged. The other lady's car looks like it's going to get repaired by State Farm. And it all came about because I didn't lose my cool, and because the lady was the same way. She was as honest as she needed to be, and we got that all taken care of, and you know, you move on. And so, anyway, here we go, man. This is an hour-long video, an hour-long exercise video. Anyway, God bless you. Thank you for watching the video. We will see you tomorrow. I'm watching this little square follow my face from this camera has like a face finding feature, and I'm watching the square that's following my face on the viewfinder. Have a great day, everybody. God bless you. Tomorrow is Wednesday, July the 19th, 2023, and God is going to bless you. And God's going to bless me. But the flip side of that is, you got to pass that on down the line, right? Have a good one, folks. Love you. We'll see you next video. Peace.